going on? It's your boy Sermon, sermonsdomain.com.
What up? This is RiceTheMarshallempire.com.
Today we're here to talk about Meek Mill's sophomore album.
Yeah.
Dreams Worth More Than Money.
Yeah.
I love the title. I love it.
He keeps running with this dreams concept. I think it's kind of amazing.
It's also inspiring to see him sticking to that because he's somebody that made it out of Philly and he's really living his dreams. And then he came from an environment that didn't want to see him succeed.
I think that he has been on a crazy run. I think everybody knows that he was locked up.
Mm-hmm. When he came out, he started killing it. I remember when he dropped the Ice Cream freestyle, and I'm like, that's crazy. You got Monster, you got B-Boy.
The B-Boy is nuts, bro.
Yes.
Then he dropped the Check joint after that, which surprisingly made the album. I thought B-Boy would have made the album too, and I wouldn't have been disappointed.
Mm-hmm.
I think the album could have benefited from it.
Yeah, it's interesting because there's only one. Well, there's the Best Buy Deluxe Edition, but there's no iTunes Deluxe Edition. There's just one version of the album. But I think he could have did like a deluxe edition and thrown on Monster, B-Boy, and maybe like another song that he had laying around.
I'm tired of people having songs that they just have laying around because that's never really good. You know what I mean? We talk about filler music all the time, or something that seemed like something that was older.
Right.
I think all the music you get should be from in the moment, and I'm glad that he didn't do that, or anyone. Anyway. Let's talk about the intro.
Sorry about the intro. Lord knows the first voice we hear is Tory Lanez,
which is crazy and unexpected.
Very good luck. I mean, they worked together on Dream Chasers 3, but I don't even really remember the joint like that.
I wouldn't have imagined that it would happen again.
Mm-hmm. It was strong. It was a strong hook from him. And then when Meek came in, he had a lot to say.
Meek killed it, man. I think, and like I said, I'm gonna compare this to the Boosie intro, or the first couple songs on Boosie's album, because it was just so honest. You know what I mean? Like coming from a place where you were locked up, you have a lot to say.
Yeah. We
always get on artists all the time about not having enough to say, like say in between albums. Like Rick Ross, you nailed it earlier by saying, you can pretty much peg Ross's feature for the next 5 years. You know what he's going to talk about.
Right.
And kind of the same with Meek Mill. You know what he's going to talk about.
But you don't know how he's going to word it.
You know how he's going to word it.
How he's going to say it.
He might talk about something, like he said, shout out to all my bitches that answer my calls when I was locked up because it got me through hell. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like those are things that you may just assume.
Or there's another, he said shout out to the judge that denied me bail.
Yeah.
That was an equally powerful line because then he talked about how it made him a better person.
Yep. He said it made him more patient, made him stronger.
And a lot of people don't usually have that outlook on going to prison.
Not at all. Not hell no. But I think it was wonderfully done. I think moving into the next track, I'm gonna say the first thing that I heard that surprised the shit out of me is hearing that Bangladesh drop. It has been a while since I've heard a Bangladesh beat, and I was extremely excited. Because some of my favorite beats ever were from Bangladesh, especially during the era where he was working with 8 Ball and MJG.
Oh my, that album, Living Legends?
Man, Woo! Come on, bro. And then he worked with Sierra during that span of time, too.
He was killing it.
Yeah, he was on Luda's album. What album was that? He won a Grammy for it.
Back for the first time.
No, that was the first one.
Yeah, he was on that one, though.
Oh, was he?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure.
What was the one he did? What was the one Luda won the Grammy for?
Was it Chicken and Beer?
Nope. Hell no.
Was it I don't remember. This is taking too much time.
Sorry. Anyway.
Back to Bangladesh producing classic.
Yeah. You didn't like Swiss Beats.
I don't like Swiss Beats. I like Swiss Beats the producer. I don't want to hear Swiss Beats the artist. Hooks. I don't want to hear Swiss Beats raps. I just don't want to hear it anymore.
I wasn't mad at hearing Swiss Beats on it. Hearing Swizzy on it didn't make me upset at all. I wasn't upset.
It's Meek Mill, daddy.
Yeah. But I mean, I think he added something to it. I think that you can have Swizzy like in doses.
I'll give you that.
Like Diddy rapping. I don't hear Diddy rap in small doses though. It's cool.
Yeah. Classic is a very solid record. I feel like Jeremiah needed more of a presence on it.
Yeah, because you can actually.
Like I was thinking, Swizz Beatz is gonna talk. Okay, well then he'll do the hook. No,
right.
Jeremiah didn't do the hook.
Right.
He's giving us the minimal thing, just like he's not giving us an album. But that's another topic.
That may not be his fault though. I wouldn't put out a Jeremiah album if I was. Anyway, third track in there, bro. The jump out the face.
Jump out the face.
Metro Boomin. Tagless though.
Tagless. Yeah, that's why. That's why I was like, wait, Metro did that record?
Yeah.
It sounds like a Metro record, but you don't hear the tag. You're like,
tag. He said it though. He tweeted about it today. He was like, "Nah, bro. Like a lot of new shit is gonna be tagless." He, a lot of fans are asking about it. Yeah, I think it's just a good look. It's like somebody's growing up. You know what I mean? Like I don't have to announce my presence.
But still, it kind of, I don't know. I've always looked at it as a positive thing.
Well, I mean, just maybe
it was never an annoying tag.
Maybe with the one tag I hate is Mike Will made it.
Yeah.
That's one I don't like. Get it off Zombie on the track. I don't like that tag either. So maybe like he wants to just be different. You know what I'm saying?
I can understand that.
Yeah. But anyway, Future's on it and he's killing it because that's what Future's been doing lately.
Yep.
About the past year, I'll say ever since Monster came out. Monster, Beast Mode, 56 Nights, Future Hive. Future Hive.
That's the best thing about the internet.
No, really though. It really is though. Yeah, bro, he just killed. He's amazing. He's making the best music of his life, and I think that Meek definitely benefited from this. I think that
it definitely has the potential to be a single, or not even like a radio single, but like a club type single. And I would love to see it get pushed because Meek definitely needs he needs that single because he doesn't have the single right now.
Well, maybe he doesn't. Maybe that's not the lane that he wants to do.
Right.
Maybe that's like, because you seeing more people get away from that now.
Yeah, a lot more artists are now moving towards just having a complete album more than having a single.
Credit Kanye for that, bro.
Yeah.
Like, for real. Kanye pioneered that. Beyonce, obviously. Drake kind of picked up that too.
Yeah.
Kendrick to a lesser extent, because he had I.
Yeah.
But still, it wasn't like the one that drove the album. You know what I mean?
Exactly. It fits into the album, but it wasn't, a radio single at all.
But I?
Yeah.
I was on the radio.
It was, but it wasn't like popular.
That's
what I'm getting at. When I say radio single, I'm referring to,
I get what you're saying. That's why I was like the push and the reception of it.
We got to talk about R.I.C.O featuring Drake. Probably one of the most anticipated records that was on the track list before we heard the album.
Right. I think Drake is getting lazy, bro. I think he's getting lazy. I think with his guest features. Because he continues to say that I'm at the top. Like, who's challenging me? It's like, nobody
can't say that on every guest feature. It gets repetitive.
Yeah, but it's not like it's a lie. He turns up. He just did the Glastonbury Festival. No, did he do the Verizon Wireless joint?
He did the wireless, I think, because Kanye did the.
Yeah, because Kanye did.
But the thing about Drake is Drake is more so coasting through these verses, kind of like Kanye has been coasting through his guest features as well.
Oh my god.
So Drake coasting through his guest features, but he has something that Kanye doesn't, and that's quotables.
Yep.
You hear the R.I.C.O verse, for instance. You got I'm the new king of pop, and I'm building Never Neverland. Something that everybody's been tweeting. He had the one line about your dream girl is not a challenge to me. That hurt me to hear that. That's how I opened the verse too. I'm like, oh my god, got me thinking.
It's crazy, man, because Meek held his own, but I kind of have the feeling like this is Drake's song, and it probably was not Drake's song. Like we talked about the Weekend track.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Pulling up, and it's like this is not a Drake song. This is Meek's song.
Right.
Drake just kind of stole the show. You know what I'm saying? He's got that effect, man. You can't have Drake go first. You gotta have Drake go last on your tracks, because if he goes, even no matter what part Drake goes, you just want to turn it off afterwards. I don't hear any of this, and you know what really set the tone for that was that Versace song.
Yeah,
the Migos had. Once I heard Drake's verse, I turned the shit off. What is this?
Yeah,
you're not gonna follow this up. Yeah,
listen, the Migos up there. No disrespect, of course.
No disrespect.
But
anyway, I want to talk about the Nicki Minaj joint, the first one.
With Chris Brown.
With Chris Brown, who's the man, by the way. But the first time it was good. The second time we heard Nicki on it,
bad for you.
It was definitely bad for me because it was more than cliche at this point. You know what I'm saying?
The song title, but I like that you put that in there.
Oh yeah. See, I did it. But I wasn't a fan of it because I felt like it was too much at that point. Yeah. It's too much Nicki here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think
it's like hearing Mary J. Blige on people's stuff. Like it's just extra now. Like I don't need to do that. Mary J. Blige and Dr. Dre. You know what I'm saying? Like how he just pulls her in for stuff.
Yeah. And
that's kind of how I feel about their relationship now. They don't even make music anymore together. Nicki and Meek. They don't have to be single.
Right. Yeah, you don't want to end up, on like a Jay-Z and Beyonce type wave. I mean, they had some good records, but like
it's gotta stop, man.
Yeah. And there's a trend that I'm noticing with us discussing this Meek Mill album, and that's we're talking a lot about the guest features. There is a lot of guest features on this album.
Yeah, but I think it's to be expected. He just got out of prison.
Right. I can understand it. But no, I don't want to see them. I don't want to see Meek Mill and Nicki Minaj become like
Jay-Z and Beyonce?
Yeah.
I don't want to see it either.
Because I mean, not to say that Jay-Z and Beyonce didn't have some good records, but they kind of overdo it sometimes.
You know what? I've never liked the record with them together.
You don't like Crazy in Love?
No.
It's a good record if you don't put Jay-Z on it, I think. I don't know if Jay-Z's part is really memorable. Maybe that's the trend that I'm noticing. I mean, because you look at Drunk in Love, Jay-Z's verse wasn't memorable on that either.
Nope.
But
Jay-Z's guest features suck.
Anyways, we're talking about Meek Mill.
I don't care, I said it. Somebody's gonna tell me I shouldn't have said it.
Let's talk about one more record before we wrap up here. Cold Hearted, featuring Diddy. It's always good to hear Diddy talk, because when Diddy talks, you have to listen.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
This man, he drops so many gems every time he blesses a record.
I think, so going back to what that joint on, Rick Ross's album, when Diddy was speaking to whoever he was speaking to.
Yeah.
Shout out to Los for playing the audio that day. King Los for playing it, But, I think that Diddy has a lot to say, obviously. A ton of good shit to say. Really, really good stuff to say. And I think that people need to listen more to Diddy. You know what I mean? And I think Meek, and we touched on this before, I think Meek and Rick Ross and Drake to a lesser extent have helped him shape this album to what it needs to be.
Yeah.
Meek has the ability. He's the talent. He is the steam that's gonna make it go. You know what I mean?
But at the same time, he also needs guidance to grow.
He needs guidance. Yeah.
And what better guidance than people that have seen so much success in this industry over the years?
Exactly. And this is being that this is his fifth project, fifth mainstream, I guess, fifth really most notable project.
Yeah. Second album though.
Second album, yeah. I think that you can still benefit from having that guidance. Put out a mixtape and then put out an album are two different things. They're two different monsters, and they take two different energies, and then they're also digested differently. And
Definitely.
I think that that team has done an amazing job with this album specifically, being able to see a vision bigger than just let me spit these bars.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's let me get the right producers. Let me be a beat hog, because I've said it before. I think Rick Ross is one of the best beat hogs in the industry. So I was picking really great beats. I mean, Diddy has a track record of being. Diddy's track record when it comes to producing tracks is just flawless, pretty much. So you get those two guys, and you get somebody like Drake, who's able to kind of help you formulate your vision a little bit bigger. We talked about the careers that Drake was kind of responsible for. You know what I'm saying? With the Weeknd, Party Tour, the Club Paradise Tour is the most underrated tour of all time, in my opinion. Just because who was a part of it: Kendrick, Meek, J. Cole, Future. Problem was on it at the point when it was in Atlanta. It was 10 other featured guests. You know what I mean? 2 Chainz was on it. You know what I mean? That gave 2 Chainz his actual push as 2 Chainz, not Titty Boy anymore. You know what I mean? So all these guys who are now super prevalent and are the superstars now in rap, were opening for Drake.
Right. And it's crazy to think about now.
How crazy is that? They opening for Drake. Anyway, but so I'm glad he's humble enough and hungry enough to accept that guidance from those people who will put out classic albums.
You have to. If you're being around these people, if you're in a circle with these people, you're going to want to take advice. You're going to want to take what they have to say, and even you're just going to want to pay attention to them, even if they're not speaking to
Watch
you.
Their moves, Watch their moves. Watch how they handle themselves. I mean, you're signed to Rock Nation, so you got Jay-Z.
Yeah.
And who he references a couple times on the album.
Yeah.
He said Jay sounds a crazy nigga. Yeah, bro.
So, what would you rate Dreams Worth More Than a Million?
Well, it hasn't been out more than 24 hours yet. I've listened to it probably 5 times. I'm not gonna rate it.
Not gonna rate it
because it hasn't been out 24 hours.
That makes sense.
But it's still solid though, and it's still really good. I think it's one of the better hip hop releases that we've seen this year so far. But I wouldn't put it above Drake's album. And the reason I wouldn't put it above Drake's album, not off my initial listen, because my initial impact of Drake's album was I'm at a 3.
Right.
I listen to Drake's album every day now. You know what I'm saying? In the gym or wherever else.
Yeah, because
it has staying power. It grew on me. It's not better than Kendrick's album. And I'm trying to think who else is notable. As far as the really, really big names, 2015. It's definitely better than Big Sean's album. Big Sean's album has no more life.
Right.
He just put out the video though. I'm surprised he wasn't on the album.
Yeah, it's
I'm surprised I didn't hear Big Sean on the album. I mean, not that I assume that they're beefing or nothing. I just
they just didn't get up. Didn't work.
Or maybe they did have something and it just didn't make it.
Could be the case too.
Mm-hmm.
But they got a high expectation to live up to after Burn, I think.
Yeah, well, he was on
B-Boy too, yeah.
Yeah, so that's why I was kind of surprised he wasn't on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a really good relationship though.
They do.
Definitely piggyback well off each other. Well, would
you
rate it?
I would not rate it. If you're not gonna rate it, I'm not gonna rate it.
Okay.
I'll wait.
For those same reasons?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because, like you said, man, we always rush to throw a rating out there, but you gotta really throw out a rating after you've listened to it for like, you know, a month or like even going back to it.
Yeah,
a month or two later, and then you're
definitely take back my review of Big Sean's album.
Right. So, but we want to hear your comments.
Foolish in the thing he had a great album.
We want to hear your comments on Meek Mill's sophomore album. What'd you think about it? Did you like it? Is it better than the first one? What was your favorite song? Least favorite song? You know, where does it rank with all the other albums that we've heard this year, which we've heard?
Yeah, where does it stack up to you?
Let us know in the comments, and then like the video, subscribe to the channel, follow us on Twitter at Sermons Domain.
At Even Marcel Bills.
She's tweeting right now. Thank you for watching. Peace.
Peace.